What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be making a bacon and potato omelet with green onions and cheese. So yeah, let's get right on to it. The ingredients that you're going to be needing are green onions. It doesn't matter how many green onions you use, just use the amount of green onions that you would like. Next, we have cheese. Any type of cheese, as long as it's mozzarella cheese, is the best though. So just white mozzarella cheese, you can get old cheese, you can get any type of cheese, but just cheese. Garlic and herb butter or regular butter, but my opinion, butter and garlic, but garlic and herb butter works the best for me. Turkey bacon. Not too many slices, only like 2 or 3 slices. Eggs. White eggs, brown eggs, whatever eggs, however many eggs you want. Milk. And last but not least, we want some potatoes. Cut them into like cubes like this. I already pre-made these. I made these last night. So, yeah, so when you guys make these, just cut them into like cubes like that, whatever. So yeah, let's get right on to making it. Okay, so first, what we want to do is we want to do our bacon. So we're just going to get out 2 slices of bacon, and you're going to get a knife. I'm going to be using this knife today. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of bacon, and you're going to cut it into 4 thin strips. Just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can actually do 5. Just do it as small as you possibly can. Then once you've done that, you just want to go along it like this. Just like that. And then you can put it in a bowl and do the same thing with this piece. Okay, so once you've cut all your bacon, which I have done, turn your heat on a pan, just a regular frying pan. Make sure it's a frying pan, not a saucepan or whatever. Put it on 4, and then no need to wait for it to heat up. Don't add any butter or oil because the bacon will not stick. It is oily enough. Now, while we wait for that to cook, now we can start cutting our potatoes, shredding our cheese, scrambling our eggs, and cutting our green onions. First thing that we want to do is we want to cut our green onions. So I'm only going to get out 1 clove. You guys can get out more, but I'm going to get out 1 clove because that's more than enough. Then I'm going to get my knife, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut off the bottom. Just like that. We don't need that. And now cut it into thin strips. Don't cut it in like thick pieces. Cut it in like relatively thin slices like this. Just like that. And just keep doing that till you've done the whole green onion, and then put it in a bowl. And I'll get back to you guys when I've done that. Okay, so now, for the cheese, what you want to do is you want to get a regular cheese grater, and then what you want to do is you want to cut a piece of your cheese. Open your cheese right up, and just cut a piece of your cheese. So like that, that should be enough. And then you can put the cheese back in your fridge. And then just shred it. And in my opinion, the best way to shred it is when you have a big piece of cheese like this, don't shred the whole thing. Actually cut it in half, so then it's a little amount, so it'll be faster. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys when I have shredded all of this cheese. Make sure you do the same. Okay, so now after you shredded the cheese, and after the bacon is cooked, now we're going to move on to the potatoes. what you want to do is just get out. Let me get my measuring cup here. You want to get out 3/4 cup of potatoes. Okay? So just measure out 3/4 cup. Okay, and just like that. Now for these, put my bacon and my cheese over there. Now for these, what you want to do is you want to cut them into thin slices like this, just like this, 2 thin slices. And then what you want to do is you want to cut it down the middle like this. So then you have 4 little slices, just like that. Now what you want to do is you just want to slice it so it's into cubes, mini little cubes, just like that. Oh, and if it squishes, that's fine. Just keep doing the same thing, cutting it into slices, and then cutting it into cubes. If it's squished, it might be a little more messy, and the cubes are going to be a lot more uneven. But that is okay, because cooking isn't perfect. So yeah, you just want to do these with all of them, and I'll get back to you when I have done that. Okay, so now that you've made the potatoes, now we can move on to our eggs. So for our eggs, we just want to get out 2 eggs for 1 person and some milk, okay? So, get a fork, it's right here, and we can crack our eggs, 2 of our eggs, into our bowl, just like this. If it gets any shells in it, you can just take out the shells, which I always get shells in my eggs for some reason. Now you can throw out the shells, all the shells. Just gonna do that. And wash your hands. Okay. Now, what we're just gonna do is just gonna scramble them up a little bit. And take our milk. We don't want to scramble it up too much because we still want to add our milk. Might be a little bit too much. Yep, I added a little bit too much milk, but that is going to be okay. Because all we have to do is all that's going to happen is it's going to be a little more watery than we'd like. So, yeah, now we can start making it. Okay, so in our pan, we just want to turn our heat on to 3.5 or 4. I'm going to put mine on 4. Yeah. And we just want to get our eggs. We just want to whisk it up a little bit more. And, where is this? You want to get one of these spatulas, okay? Not like this kind of spatula. Not this one. We are going to use this one, but not right now. This is for doing the eggs and flipping the eggs and stuff. This, however, is for getting the eggs out of the bowl. So yeah. So now that once our thing is heating up, just want to get our butter, and we just want to cut off a little bit of it, and then we can just put it in a pan. You can cut it in half, and then you can cut it in cubes, so you can put some in each corner, like that. And you just want to wait for that to melt. So once that melts, I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so now our butter has melted. Now what I like to do is I like to get it off the eggs off the fork first, so we don't waste any. And then here comes the magic part. You dump in your eggs, and you see how there's still like some left in there. I just like take the spatula and just kind of scrape it out. Get all that out. Now, once we've done that, all we have to do is we just need to wait about 5 to 10 minutes or until you start seeing it start to cook around the outside. Then once you do that, once I start seeing that, I will get back to you guys. But for the time being, until then, until you guys see that, just put a lid on it, just like that. It'll steam up, so every once in a while you can just look at it to see it. Around the edges, it'll start cooking. But once you do, I'll show you what to do next, and I'll get back to you when I start seeing that. So yeah. Okay, so my eggs have actually started to boil up. So I've already tested it to make sure, and it does. So now, once you see that, it starts to form around the outside. Just pull it in so the other stuff starts to, the liquid on the top starts to go into the sides. You can tilt the pan, but yeah, just like that. And then you want to keep doing that until there's barely any cooked stuff on the top, but there's still some cooked stuff that is still raw. But once it's pretty much cooked, then we will add our toppings, our potatoes, our green onions, our bacon, and our cheese. So yeah, I'll see you guys once that happens, so I can show you what I mean. Also, put the lid back on, just like this, so the house doesn't stink, and so the heat can cook the top evenly as the bottom. So yeah, see you guys once that happens. Okay, so as you can see, there's not that much liquid on the top, just like I said. Now we can start adding our toppings, which is exciting. So now, for our toppings, what we want to do is I like to add my green onion first. Make sure you use all of it because we don't want to waste the food. So just kind of go around like that. Then some of the potato, not all of the potato, only some of the potato. Then some of our bacon. Then the rest of our potato. Then the rest of our bacon. And last but not least, we just want to top it all off with our cheese. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So now once we've done that, what we want to do is, the last thing we just want to do is we just want to wait. Just turn the heat down to 2.5 because we're not really cooking it anymore. Put the lid on and wait until the cheese melts. Once the cheese melts, you will know that it's a good egg. So once that happens, I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so our cheese is melted, just like that. And we did not flip it because it was not needed. We do not need to flip it. So now once it looks like this, it's all cooked, and now we are ready to plate and serve. Okay, so now on a plate, we can put our beautiful egg omelette onto our plate, just like that. It looks delicious. Now, also, what I have here is I also have milk. I love milk with breakfast. It really helps your bones, and it's really good for you. So I actually measure out my milk. I have a cup of milk every day, or almost every day I have a cup of milk. And I love milk. It's just so good. I also love milk because it's good for you. Yeah, just like that, a cup of milk. And yeah, so now this is our beautiful breakfast. It will be so good. We have a glass of milk. We have a beautiful egg omelet with potatoes, bacon, cheese, green onions, and eggs. So what we did was we put the eggs in, waited for it to cook a little bit, put the green onions, then we put some potatoes, then we put some bacon, then we put some more potatoes, then we put the last of the bacon, then we topped it all off with cheese, and we melted it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.